Howdy ho.
Howdy, howdy.
You had some opinions about the halftime show?
It was terrible.
It was terrible. It was Kendrick. It was amazing.
So boring.
I heard.
it's rap.
I like to think there's a lot of deep cuts, a lot of things that we don't know about.
With Kendrick, there's always it's like some
Hidden meaning?
Some hip hop nerd's gonna come in and tell
Yeah.
you like you didn't even know the way he stepped that that was reminiscent of Biggie in '94.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I already saw one of those things on,
Like, just-
on Reels or...
Just shut up and make the song be good.
Yeah, make a good performance.
Just play swimming pools like we all wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where's the old stuff?
There was
The new stuff's good though.
It
yeah.
is good.
I would have liked some classics in there. That would have been helpful to me.
I would like some more surprise guests. That would have been more exciting.
Oh, I think I
Just
like
had
it when,
SZA.
I like it when it's just one person.
I wanted Bruce Springsteen to come out.
That would have been great.
I actually really like when Bruce Springsteen did the halftime show.
That was like the best one.
He
Yeah.
was a legend.
Yeah, but it was like, remember when like The Weeknd did it and he was like going through that crazy maze of mirrors?
I like that.
That was
That was
insane.
pretty
I
cool.
like that.
That was another level. Welcome to the Portugal Corner, the podcast where we talk about all things Portuguese soccer, the good, the bad, and the funny. It's episode 172. I am Evan.
Patrick.
Justin.
Chris.
Hey, what's happening?
Just living. Patrick might go to Philly, I think, on Friday.
I don't think I
Philly?
will. No.
Why are you going to
Philadelphia.
Philly?
Our friend's from Philadelphia, and he was pretty jacked up that the Philadelphia Eagles won.
Last night he was insanely jacked up.
And he said, "You got to
absolutely.
come here and party with me. We're partying for a week straight."
He's like, 2 days from now, I'm driving down there. Anyone who wants to come can come.
'Cause
That's crazy.
they're gonna do a parade. There's gonna be like a.
Oh,
He's
that-
going for the parade.
That would be fun, actually.
Didn't they win this like 2 years ago?
No, that would
Little
must have
Maybe
been
4 or 5, something like that.
Close enough.
It's been 2017 or something.
Okay, whatever. Time flies.
Exactly.
Like the birds. Go birds. If you're going there, go to Joe's. What are they called? Joe's.
Just go to Joe's.
Go to Joe's.
Go to Joe's.
If you're going there,
He's got
go
the
to Joe's.
best
Philly
What a,
cheesesteak.
Yeah.
what a great suggestion. Go
Yeah,
to Joe's.
Go to Joe's.
Hey, you go down
Going
to
to
that,
Philly? Go to Joe's.
go see that guy Joe.
Yeah.
He'll hook you up.
In Philly, you just gotta be like Rocky. You just call it the window. Hey, Joe, where's Joe?
Yeah.
Yo.
Hey, Joe.
Hey.
What else happened? Figo launched some sunglasses with a crazy golf commercial. What was that about? I didn't know what that was.
Yeah, he was hitting a golf ball off a roof of a car or something.
Yeah, I was like, why is he hitting off the roof of this beater?
It looked like a pretty nice car. I don't look like to me, but he was whacking those. He's not a golfer at all. He's a soccer player famously, but I
Yep.
guess now I think his brand is switching to like golf attire.
Yep.
He's got these sunglasses that none of us will ever be able to afford. I mean,
What are they, like $900?
probably.
I just hope he didn't sink too much money in the advertising, and that's what's really driving up the price of these things.
This guy's so in the hole. He must be. He's like, what the fuck? I got this whole fucking clothing brand, and now I got sunglasses.
Charge 10,000 for the belt. I need it. Even if we get one.
Yeah, jack up these prices.
Oh man. Ronaldo turned 40. Happy birthday, Ronaldo. February
birthday.
5th.
Happy birthday,
Happy-
Ronaldo.
Happy freaking birthday, buddy.
Yeah.
40.
All the sycophantic accounts were just gooning over that one. Posted their memories, their tears. One guy was saying, showing off his signed jersey of Ronaldo, talking about how, every once in a while Ronaldo gets it like the pendulum swings. Some people like now Ronaldo will be like, we love Ronaldo. We've always loved Ronaldo.
I saw an interview with a British guy that said, you know what? I think Ronaldo's better than Messi. And I was like, holy shit.
they're-
I never thought I'd see the day.
they're rewriting history. Like you never thought that once.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Because they're looking
Fake
at
fans.
They're looking at Messi in the MLS and they're like, this guy's gone in like 2 years. Ronaldo's still going strong at 40.
Yeah, it's impressive. He did we'll just talk about his week right now. He did the launching header in
Yep.
the
in the Champions
in
League.
the Champions League, and then post turning 40, he scored a goal as well.
Yes.
He's got Duran now. I think that team can cook.
Duran, Mane, and 40-year-old Ronaldo. Let's go.
Yeah. Fuck the defense. We're just here to get to 1,000.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's sitting at 924.
Hmm.
Almost quarter of the way.
Yeah. Imagine we start like the next like big major European tournament or world tournament with a 40-year-old striker.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to happen.
Playing for 90 minutes, 120
No.
sometimes.
Give him 30. Give him 30.
I can't. I don't like the thought of that. I'm like sitting here. I can see myself 4 years from now, and I'm out doing this podcast. And I'm like, why is he still playing?
You're still going to be sitting here?
I'll be in this chair probably.
Are we still doing the podcast?
Yeah.
4 years from now?
Yeah.
All right. I like your vision into the future.
Yeah.
Hey. Transfer window ended. Benfica picked up Mr. Bruma.
Yeah, that was big.
Interesting pickup.
It's one of those things where it's like, it's not surprising, but I just also didn't think it would happen, you know?
That's not a position I felt like we needed, but sometimes you just get the best player available.
Yeah.
And expect him and hope that they kind of improve your team.
He could play anywhere. Put him at right back. Ba got injured.
Yeah.
Sure, I mean, yeah, we have enough wingers. But he's the best player outside the big three. And we got him now.
Yeah, that's true. He probably is. Porto, Galeno out, Nico out. This was lovely. I like this. Not so much Nico. He's been on a tear, but apparently Manchester City really, really needed him, and he got injured on his first day there.
Damn.
So, oh well.
And they paid a pretty penny for a guy who hasn't really shown much. I mean, not super impressive.
He's been solid. They really need a replacement for Rodri over there. Not that he's a Rodri type guy, but he's closest and I guess the best value that City wanted to spend.
Mm-hmm.
So, all the best, Nico. Thank you for your service. Galeno, on the other hand, glad he's gone. He's been stinky as of late, so
Where'd he
take
go?
the 50.
he went to Al.
Al Wahi or something. The green one.
Al Joe's.
Al Joe's Philly cheesesteaks over there.
I think it'll help. Accelerate sort of the rebuild. If you're like get the young kids in there, get them to play more the rest of the season. I think maybe at this point, maybe Martin the Anselmi is thinking, I don't know if we'll challenge for the title. He's never gonna say that publicly, but I think he's just saying like this. I'm gonna like see what I have this year and then fight for next year and see what I need and what I really want in the transfer market in the summer.
Kids are taking the ship.
That's right.
I kind of like that.
And the kids and the keys off.
Yeah. All right, let's jump into it. Portuguese League, big game, Friday. Start the week off. Sporting and Porto at the Dragão. 1-1 draw. Pretty crazy. Pretty good. Honestly, pretty good game.
I thought so.
We're in a new era where these games can actually be entertaining.
Yeah.
Unlike 20 years ago when it was just red cards and fights.
I would say the first half, my thoughts on this game are I think Sporting played a lot better than Porto. I thought they deserved to win. But like our friend Danny always says, deserve to win is not really like a thing. It's what actually happens. You got to score goals if you wanna deserve to win.
Here's your deserve to win trophy.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I think Porto played kind of a shit sandwich game where it's like they started kind of strong, they had some good chances, and then for about 80% of the middle of the game they were bad, but then they also ended strong.
Yeah. But what I wanted to add too was like for the first part of this game, it actually kind of did remind me of those old Classicos because like it was pretty rough.
A little gritty.
And a lot of the Sportingistas said that they thought some of the Porto guys got away without getting carded, so that kind of like, kept the roughness up, right? If you give Eustáquio a yellow or like some other guys a yellow, obviously they're going to have to play a little differently, right?
People were complaining Eustáquio didn't get carded earlier. Opening goal from Fresneda, which was like 90% Kenda, just deking the shit out of everyone. Yeah. He dusts João Mario and I think Zé Pedro, and then he pops the ball in, and Fresneda finishes it.
But he thought he was the hero.
He thought he was the hero. This guy
Fresneda?
I don't like how hard he celebrated. He didn't even run back and give the guy props or nothing. He ran off on his own. into the sunset. I didn't like that at all.
The celebration you should be doing is the point at Kenda.
That's all.
That was
he
all
should be-
you.
Yeah, and his shot got deflected.
Yeah, it was a deflection.
How hard can you celebrate it with you didn't do any of the work and your goal is a deflection goal? Come on. That's like I was saying before. It's like you go to rob a bank and all he was just the getaway driver, Justin. He was only the getaway driver.
He got that final touch.
Yeah.
Finished the job, but he didn't do the work.
I know. And he came home and he's like, guess what I just did? Robbed this bank.
Did you take any hostages?
Nope.
Uh-uh.
Does typically the getaway driver get a little less cut in a heist?
I think it's all even.
You think it's all even, every single part?
Well, yeah, I think depending on your crew, you
Yeah.
get to make your own rules, right?
Yeah, but I think it should be even because the last thing you want is to go out there,
Yeah.
with a bag full of money and your dick in your hand. You know what I mean? Like,
True.
Because if this guy's not getting paid enough, or he feels like he's getting a
He's
hard
like,
done
I'm
by,
only getting 5%. You want me to be there on time? Come on.
I'm out of here.
or as soon as the cops come in, he zips off. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
So in this case, yes, Fresneda is a coward, and no, he's probably hyped up because he scored a big goal in the Dragão.
Yeah,
But-
it was a big
but it's a
goal.
good team goal, yeah.
And
You know.
he's starting to bloom. It's a little bit late, but he's blooming. It's taken most of the season, but I think under new manager there, he's finally found a place, which he did not with Amorim or even with João Pereira for his very brief tenure. I think maybe he would have tried him out, but not really. Gyökeres started on the bench on this one. They brought him in the 70th. I thought, bring this guy on, take out the big bull, hot to trot late in the game.
He wasn't able to make a difference,
Did
but
not.
he is. I think he's got some knocks. He is hurt. I just saw like a little note today. He's questionable for Dortmund tomorrow, so I don't know. I think it's like, obviously transfer season's over. They're not holding him out for anything. If he can't play, he can't play. They want to win
Yeah.
games.
Young João Simões making a name for himself. He starts for the Lions. 18-year-old defensive midfielder there.
Borges must see something in him. He wants him to play. He thinks he's a good option, viable option going forward. I thought Porto had a couple chances too. But mostly the one that comes to mind is that Samu one where he kind of like tried to dink it over Rui Silva. This
Yeah.
is my first good look at Rui Silva, and good shot stopper. I think secure in like the corners
He
and
made
stuff.
some big saves.
But ball on his feet, not good.
No.
Not that great. He's kind of like spooky. He's kind of a little scary.
and he
I
came
saw
from
him-
Spain. You'd think they'd prioritize that.
I saw him be a little questionable.
He made a really nice save on Pepe with that header. Big stop there.
Yeah, he's a shot stopper kind of guy.
Porto tie the game in the 94th minute. The youthful squad comes out, all the kids. Fabio Vieira with the hockey assist to find Samu, and then he links the ball over to Dani Namaso.
Yeah.
But yeah, like we said, they started strong, finished strong. Even before that Samu chance, Eustáquio hit one off the bar. He's filling the Nico void well, which I like to see.
That Eustáquio shot off the bar, very good too. Yeah, good chance. It was a good back and forth game.
Yeah. After the goal, and Selmy partied really hard. Had to sell it to the fans. Say, I'm here. I love this team.
That's what you said. You got a little flack for saying that.
I don't care.
He was pumped.
As he should be. I'm not saying it's fake. I'm just saying, like, hey, you got I think it was his first game, no? Other than away in the Champions League
Yeah.
Yeah.
or Europa.
Yeah.
So, hey, first debut to the fans. You got to show that you give a shit.
Absolutely. I completely agree. I think, maybe some people might have taken umbrage with the word selling, like he was not actually feeling it. I'm sure he's just as hyped as anyone who just got a big money contract, left behind Mexico and moved to Portugal. And as soon as some Spanish team comes calling, he'll leave you guys in the dirt just like he did the Mexican team.
Yep. I'm sure that's coming down the line. But hey, if we win something first, I'll take it.
Yep.
I don't think anyone's going to come calling if he doesn't win anything. So
That's true.
He's got to
He's-
achieve something.
He's gonna go send his ass back to Mexico.
Hey, he's Argentine.
Get ready to learn Spanish, buddy.
That's a good point, too. It's like, if someone comes calling, that means he did something good.
Yeah.
So it's like
he's going to win the Europa League or something.
not always the case with players. Players are just like, the individual performance
Yeah.
can be good enough, or they just get taken. They don't have to win for anything for your club to just get taken. Enzo Fernandez. But for a coach, it's like, well,
Prove it.
yeah, exactly. Your team looks good. Who cares?
Yeah.
If you move from Mexico to Spain permanently, do you just need to develop a lisp?
Sí, yeah, sí.
If it's Barcelona.
Yeah, mi
Barcelona.
amigo de mí cuando fue a México developó una lispa. Sí.
He did dress well. I don't know if it's because it's his first day, but no shorts. He came in, nice suit, suited up.
I don't think shorts were an option.
He took out a
Not
page
for
of the Bruno Lage playbook, which is, what did the last guy do? Let me do everything the opposite of that. So he said long pants, long sleeves. You know who's dressing better these days?
Who?
Mourinho in Turkey. I saw him with a nice little coat. Yeah, nice little coat. Remember when he used to just wear the training stuff?
Yeah.
No.
I feel like at Roma he would wear a nice
Don't like
coat.
that.
Or maybe it's the Inter days.
I think he was wearing sweatsuits at Roma.
Sweatsuits at Roma, Inter, classy guy. Last big winning era. Oh no, Real Madrid
No,
was
it
after
wasn't
that.
Madrid.
Yep.
Porto, yeah, we got subs Vieira, Gonzalo Borges, Danny, and William Gomes makes his debut. The new number 7, young Brazilian boy.
Who's this guy?
I saw the new number 7.
William
Yes.
Gomes.
William
Yeah.
Gomes.
They got him from Sao Paulo. Yeah, I don't know, 5-year deal.
No, not much information there. No.
Not much. That's okay.
He's a short little guy from Brazil.
Yep.
He's wearing number 7.
And let's hope he does better than Varane did, because Varane came and he got the number 7. I said, this guy's going to be something. And then he immediately left the team. And I'm standing there with my dick in my hand and a Varane jersey. I said, never again.
Yeah, it's kind of like jerseys. It's like the player, you gotta prove something before we get your jersey.
Make
We're
sure
not,
that they sign a good contract.
we're not
first.
getting the jersey on site. We're getting the jersey after a little bit of a trial period.
It's
you
kind
know?
of fun to bet on a player. Be like, this guy's gonna be good, and then you're really rooting for him because I got money on the line. I got jersey on the line.
Oh,
That's why you have that Jurasek jersey, right?
Oh yeah, that's gonna come good. He'll come back.
That's always the hope too. Maybe they come back.
Hey, you never know. It'll be a classic.
yeah. Game ends with double red cards for Sporting. Diamande and Mateus Reis would see red in extra time.
Well, let's say the game ends with Porto scoring that goal.
Yep.
And then I believe it was Kenda makes a run right into their box. Like, fuck this, I'm going to score again and win this game. I think it was Zé Pedro. A stop was made. Whether the stop was a red card or not, there was ball, there was body, there was ball and body, there was balls,
Testicles,
balls,
Bodies.
backs, butts. It was all clashing together, hitting the ground. It was a corner kick.
Yeah.
Then that led to some more testiness, some arguments,
And
arguments.
Mateus Reis just can't give it up. That guy is such an asshole.
He's a bit of a shithouse or disturber, a bit of a who do I want to say, like Sergio Ramos type guy,
Yeah. He changed his Instagram photo to himself giving the finger to the camera.
That's
Oh,
pretty
cool.
That was pretty cool. Yeah, he's kind of like Danny Alves
Badass.
kind of guy, like that kind of player.
And then Diamande.
So that's a second yellow. That's a red.
Yeah.
Diamande's getting guarded by
Fabio
Fabio
Vieira.
Vieira, which is very funny because Diamande's a big, strong guy, and
Fabio
Fabio
Vieira.
Vieira is like a waif of a man.
Barely grow a beard.
The wind almost took him away.
Yeah.
So he's kind of like battling him, and it's like, I don't know why he didn't just like wait till the ball's in the air and like overpower him, but he really wanted to what'd you say, Chris? He threw him the throat.
Yeah, he choked them. He pushed them. He did all those things, and then he just give it a little bonk. he went down.
Him.
And he went down, and that was the thing that probably hurt him the least.
Of course.
But he knew you can't lead with your head. It's like NFL.
It's this really sad thing that happens in soccer where you got to sell. If you don't sell it, you don't get it.
But at the
Yeah.
same time, I think the ref was just so done with Sporting and all the shit from Mateus Reis, and he's just like, I'm done with this fucking game. Don't be headbutting people. Here's a red. I'm calling it a day.
Yeah, that it was pretty dumb to lean in with your head. You know what happens when that happens. You know what I mean? Did he want the week off next week? Who knows? But he kind of just leaned in with his head. Silly. the call in the box. We'll get to some 2 controversial calls this weekend, but both kind of benefited my team. So you know what? When they say no penalty to Sporting, I say that's great. I want it. When Porto scored, it was weird, kind of like Sporting being up and me having to be like willing while watching Porto to score a goal is such a fucked up feeling. It's like I don't wish that on anyone. It's so bad. Like your stomach knows it's wrong, so it starts turning in on itself. It's like you're drinking your beer, but it's like it don't taste right.
Yeah,
and nothing's right at that point. So and then it finally happens, and you go like, yay! I don't know. You kind of go like, oh,
tie
good.
game.
That's good. Tie game.
Oh, it was lovely. With this band, Kanda and Rodrigo Mora, they're both 17. They're both fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
I love watching both those guys.
Oh, you're a very gracious man.
Yeah.
New gen.
So yeah, that was
So wait, did they take that corner, or is it canceled out?
Yeah, they kind of just like took it and went nowhere. As soon as they got
I was
blown.
saying, everybody go home.
Everyone go home.
Enough of this shit. Everyone gets a point, and we'll come back next week.
Cool.
But yeah, pretty big Classico. It was fun. It's nice. I wish Porto could have done a bit more, but there's some nice chances. The team looked a little more aggressive, a little more promising, and I like the positive vibes in the air.
Yeah, I like that these classicals now lately are good games. There's a good attitude. There's like, I don't know if there's less shithousery. I don't know if it's less South Americans in the league or what, but it's
No, there's still a bunch of them. What are you talking about?
maybe the
It's a
reffing's
little
better.
less.
It's
Yeah,
more.
I
It's
don't
more
know.
cameras. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Not that it's perfect, but I mean,
have
they
to-
still
they-
manipulate
Yeah,
cameras. But
You know what, Evan? Delete the thing I said. You're right. It's more cameras.
They gotta answer more questions.
yeah,
My only note is I would like, I like the aesthetic to be a little bit better. I would like Sporting to wear their like kind of regular ass jersey, green
Yeah,
and
these are
green
terrible.
and white stripes.
You were always about that. You want to see the classic jerseys and the classic games.
Yes, when Sporting plays Porto, I want to see green stripes versus blue stripes, and when Benfica plays, they should be wearing their green or blue.
Maybe they think there's too much white in both those jerseys.
Yeah, but you know what? They did it for years.
Yeah,
so they,
I know.
so they say turn up looking like a watermelon.
But yeah,
But-
recently
and
Sporting has been winning their aways against.
Oh, and one is
Porto.
horizontal, one's vertical. So
Yeah.
that's enough, you know.
yeah.
Not always.
Well,
Oh yes, that's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
Yes.
Always.
they could show up even in their CR7 kits, in the black kits.
I think they wanted to wear. I think they wanted to rep green,
Yeah.
but hey, look, I don't make I can't. I guess the whole world can't be perfect. I love the ball. It's a beautiful yellow ball. Can we say that?
Beautiful ball.
Good ball on the
It's a
day.
beautiful yellow ball. I love when the Portuguese league has a great ball.
All right. All right, moving on. Benfica get the best of Moreirense in a 3-2 win. Despite the scoreline, the Eagles dominate early with 2 goals from Pavlidis and then close out with 1 from Otamendi. Ivo Rodriguez scores in the 85th, but no serious fear that Benfica would drop points there. Was there? Were you guys scared, or were you just like, we're just...
Well, there was
Of
a
course, there
moment-
was fear. Yeah.
Yeah, once the second goal went in, all we could think was, oh, they're gonna fuck it again. They're gonna fuck this up again. And then they almost did. There was a cross into the box that kind of was trapped a little bit by Florentino. Obviously, every Sportingista is coming out and saying that should have been a penalty. We should have a bit because they drop points, so they don't want us to gain points. They said, you know what I mean? They're saying they're trying to keep this thing close. I say he kind of like crunched it, and I don't think
He crunched it.
he
You call it a crunch?
He kind of crunched it, and then he kind of like with his arm, he kind of like. I mean, I don't think his arm came into play. I think it just got trapped, and his arm was close enough that it looks like it stopped it, but I don't think it did.
I can't really comment on why his arm was like that or any of his body movements, but I can say one thing: is that if his arm wasn't there, he was gonna stop the ball. He would have stopped the ball whether his arm was there or not.
Thank you, Chris.
I saw an angle Portista posted, and it very clearly hit his arm.
Really? I've seen
I've
seen
seen
all
it.
the angles.
Yeah, it hit his arm. I think.
There's an angle you missed, and Patrick has it.
Yeah, and BTV wouldn't show you it. They said.
Oh, of course not. Okay.
They said the BTV was trying to hide it.
But what about the early call for Benfica's penalty? Look at this. What
yeah,
is
it
that?
touches his fingers. That's a handball, though.
It changes the direction of the
Same
ball.
with
That pass was
Fiorentino.
going. That pass was going. So,
Hey, no, I think Florentino's was a handball. We stole that game, and I love it.
Oh, really?
No, I don't know.
Okay, I thought. See, from all the angles I've seen, we'll have to look at this angle after the podcast. But from all the angles I saw, and I think I've seen them all, it kind of looked like a crunch.
Okay, we can call it a crunch.
Like he's doing an air crunch.
I don't know what the fuck.
I think crunch doesn't. Yeah, crunch isn't a handball.
Right? Just making up new shit so I can get my way. Yeah, it sucks. If that is the case, but in terms
Pavlidis has been listening to us and he's saying, I gotta spitefully score on these haters.
He's killing
that
it.
Keep talking shit.
What is it, like 7 goals in the past 5 games or something?
Something crazy.
and you know, like I love it when someone's helping Benfica when they're scoring a lot. Maybe he is listening to my podcast. He is listening to me specifically telling me shit.
Yep.
And guess what? I ain't gonna stop. I see these goals, bunch of penalties, bunch of just fucking lucky you're on side in this one. Like
No. That
ball just like comes to him.
These are well taken goals. The penalty was good. The finish in the second goal was good. Last week against Estrella, he did a nice shot, a nice goal. Do you remember that?
Chris, can you open this bottle of Haterade for me? 'Cause I got more. To say.
Also, the other guy you hate, Cockshoe, he had a great game. I thought.
Yeah, I'll give him
I
that.
thought he did some good. He did bits.
Did bits.
He was cooking,
Yeah.
as you like to say.
Yeah.
You know,
And
what,
he was cooking a kebab on the street.
you know what I'll say? I'm gonna say that he did have a good game, and I will give him that. I just want that more. I want that more and more consistently. I want every game. I want.
You're pushing them. You keep hating, so you're pushing them.
That's right. I want when the games are tough, when the games are in trouble, when we're in trouble. That's what I need a Kokshu, a center attacking mid to say like, I'm gonna figure this out. I'm gonna make the right passes. You guys follow me, follow my lead, and the striker to say like, just give me the ball and I'm gonna fucking score it. That's what I fucking need and would like. Very nicely, I'm asking, please do that.
Yeah. Good assist by Arujo. He did a little flick to Pavlidis in that
Yeah.
second goal.
Now let's get obviously the main story. The game was the calls. The second main story is our lineup is absolutely fucked now.
Oh, yeah, the 2 big injuries right back to back, like 5 minutes apart or something.
The exact same injury, the exact same knee.
Yeah.
Both did their knees. Both
Yeah?
out for the season.
Manu too?
Manu Silva, who just got on the team, looked like he was doing well.
I liked him a lot, yeah.
Looked like when he got in the team.
Did a Nico.
Oh, this is a player that we really need. You know, this is the Florentino piece that's kind of like a better passer that I was always asking for. But you want to keep more like Barreto with a little bit more capability or something like that.
He's great.
Now
This was
he's
the sound of his knee breaking.
so now he's gone. Yeah, pretty much. So now he's gone. And then I think actually because we were doing okay without Manu, but he was just kind of like an added bonus guy. Ba's the big one. Ba was like, when we have Ba in there, then we can have Thomas Arujo playing center back, which helps a lot. Instead, we're going to see a lot of Antonio Silva in the last second half of the season.
Yeah,
which
I don't
might
think
be
that's horrible, but yeah.
It might be good for his development, but you see what happened at the end of these games. Like, they lose concentration. That was Carreras' fault, though, not Antonio
That was
Silva's.
a horrible pass, yeah.
That was fucked by
Yeah.
Carreras. I think he might have just been tired, but both those wing backs have taken on a lot of minutes. You know what I mean?
That
So-
second goal was just so perfectly tic-tac-toed. I love watching it. Just like pick off the pass to the one guy, to the guy in front of the net, dribbles it in, boom.
A horrible place to give away the ball, right?
The worst place possible.
It was an aesthetically pleasing goal for sure. I'll give you that.
Yeah, good on them. They went right to work, passing right through us.
So Ba's out for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
Ba ba ba.
Cool. And we have no right backs.
No right backs. And you just sold Beshti, right?
Yeah, well,
You're not really missing out there.
nah, we don't. We'd rather be without him.
I think they're gonna. I think you're gonna see hopefully from Lodge, you're gonna see a bit of creativity. You're gonna see some Barrero out there. You're gonna see maybe some
Urshnish.
arsonists. Sadly,
Arsenis is just going to be back. He's going to get relegated.
You guys are exposed, man.
yeah, it's gonna be tough to keep pace with Sporting.
Well, Sporting is exposed. They got 2 reds and injuries.
You got
Yep.
some Champions League matches coming up. You're exposed. There's
Yeah.
a hole in your sweater.
We
man.
lost some good depth.
And y'all got to play Santa Clara next week.
Ooh.
Those birds is tough.
That's a tough game.
You think you got tough Eagles? Those Island Eagles. Oh.
Yeah.
vultures.
They can see through the fog. Those Eagles.
Yeah. So you guys, what, 4 points off of first?
That's right.
Yep.
Not looking bad. Porto, 4 points behind you. So it's room. Any drop points are still a lot of room to make up. But yeah, is still 3-horse race.
No.
4-horse race.
Well, you got to if
Four
you're gonna
horses.
include if
Braga's
you're gonna,
up there.
If you're gonna include the Porto horse, you have to include the Braga horse because
Yep.
they're even on points.
That they are.
Porto and Braga are even on points now. So
It's a 4-horse race.
hey, look,
You didn't predict the
Well, then you're
4
wrong.
horses.
Yeah.
You didn't predict 4 horses. You only predicted 3 horses.
The fourth horse has hit the race.
He caught up.
He's coming from behind. Well, Braga.
Braga.
Roger Brace gives Braga all 3 points as they defeat Gil Vicente and go level with Porto in the table. Gil with a red early on in the game in the 15th minute. Despite the red, they played pretty well. Gil, I will say, I'll give him that. They played well. Fujimoto had some great chances. He almost chipped the goalie from way out. It was beautiful.
Yeah. Fujimoto's doing bits.
Oh, I love Fujimoto.
Patrick's been saying doing bits.
I like
That's,
it.
that's his thing.
Roger scored a heck of a goal.
Yeah.
For
First
you,
one took a deflection.
if you were playing and like a British announcer says, Justin's out there doing bits, that means you're just joking around on the field.
For me, yeah. Me personally, yeah. He's out there doing bits. He's picking up the fans' beer and drinking it.
Yeah, good for Braga. They're in this race. No one thought Carvajal could do it because Carvajal's kind of an idiot, but here we are.
They're back.
They're back.
Roger, it's Roger's team now.
Yep.
And Gorby.
And Garby,
Garby's there. Little Roger.
Fran.
Fran.
They switched up the goalies too, which I found that's
Finally.
probably gonna help.
Yeah, well, Mateusz went to Ajax, right?
What the hell? A big team invested in this guy?
I don't know how
He's probably their backup. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know how he
don't think
upgraded.
so.
Maybe they need a backup.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, good for them. Santa Clara defeat Avj 2-1. 2 back-to-back goals in the 50th. Avj would score late through their new signing Gerson Rodriguez of Luxembourg. How did he end up at Avj? Of all the teams in Portugal, he's a pretty good player. He's owned by Dynamo Kiev, who is not in a good place right now, and he just keeps getting loaned out. But like, I feel like if you're a starter on Luxembourg, like you can get at least to Braga, or a Guimarães.
I think that's probably his next move. He's going to move up, probably.
I hope so.
There's something behind the scenes. There's something we don't know. Why is Ochoa there? Well, we know that he sucks, but
He's old. He's older than Ronaldo.
yeah.
There must be money in AVS. Someone's investing.
Yes.
Yeah, there's got to be. Yeah, they've been coming up the ranks.
Somebody's been having fun with that.
Yeah.
See what we can do here. Get some weird players.
Ricardinho, big stonk there. A volley stonk.
I love that goal. I love this kid.
That was amazing. Holy shit. So yeah, shout out to Ricardinho there on Santa Clara with the winner.
Looking good in those blue jerseys that we have, too.
Yeah. Jose Gomes starts for Nacional with a brace. The Islanders defeat Farense 2-0. Second half was 10-on-10. Nice. Clear out the field a bit. Even it up.
That's what you like of a fair game.
Yeah.
If there's gonna be a red card early, you want to see another red card quickly after.
And they got a whole 45 minutes to really hash out who's the better team.
Yeah.
That's right.
And also, great jerseys. They look like taxis.
Yeah, those were great.
I like this.
I like that.
Nacional, the taxis.
Guys, did you hear the news today? Who's back at Boavista?
Oh boy.
Who? Kurzawa?
Lito Vidigal.
Wow.
He's back.
Classic.
He's the new Meester.
He's doing
What the fuck is that?
Oh, that was
Oh,
their
that's
great
funny.
post. Long Ball Football had a great post about that. But Lito Vidigal, he's like, who's the guy who's Big Sam Allardyce? He's
Yeah.
doing a safe job down there in Boavista. Tighten up the defense. We got no team. Help them to scrape by some points, some draws out here, and see if we can stay up because they're like, fuck, we're going down.
new character appears in the story of the Portuguese league.
And not to forget that we were just talking about Firenze, and I don't think we've mentioned on this podcast yet, because I just discovered it the other day.
Nobody knew about this.
Ronnie Lopez is actually on Firenze.
How the mighty have fallen.
They made some good signings for Ents
Good
to
for them.
also help them save themselves. But they got Rui Costa back.
Yes, I love that. But
Classic.
Rui Costa's like, at that level. Ronnie Lopez, you're like, come on, man. You got to be doing better.
Well, how the mighty have fallen.
Yeah.
Do you know where Rui Costa fucked off to? Kazakhstan.
Yeah, he was in Kazakhstan.
What the hell?
What? For what?
It's
play.
It's a different
Soccer.
Rui Costa. It's not the Benfica Rui.
Not
Oh.
the Rui Costa.
I was like, he's just partying there or something? I'm taking a break. I'm going to Kazakhstan on vacation.
I just watched Borat movie. This was great movie.
#1 exporter of potassium.
So yeah, it's a crazy week in Portugal. Next week we got Sporting Aruca, Benfica's playing Santa Clara, Porto against Firenze, and the Minho derby. Holy shit!
We love that.
That's always that's a amazing game every week.
It's a bar fight over there.
Mm-hmm.
The Minho Derby. Who's in that one? Let the listeners know.
That is a famous game, Braga versus their neighboring rivals, Vitória Guimarães.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah. And they're always 4th, 5th in the table, so it's always testy.
They're kind of across this river, Minho. The two cities
yes.
are kind of.
The Minho River.
And they've shared some managers. They've double dipped on guys.
Oh yeah,
Mainly one guy, Daniel Souza, got fired by both of them.
a lot of cross pollination over there.
Why couldn't he just stay for this game?
Oh, I know.
I hope he's in the stands.
No,
He's not allowed there.
He's banned from both those stadiums.
You think
for
he's
sure.
you think he's such an asshole? He can't even buy a ticket.
Yeah.
He pays full price
He's
ticket
got it.
to go see the game.
But he hates them both. He's gonna hope they both lose.
He's got to wear a disguise and sit there.
Mustache.
Yeah. Yep.
That
Mustache.
big head. You can see that big head from a mile away.
Fake nose.
He can't
wig.
get a wig to get on that head. So he's just him with a mustache with still cranium, same giant cranium.
He's in the wig store. Do you have a quadruple XL wig?
Definitely some games we missed out on.
Just coming up, Champions League. Sporting
Yes.
plays Borussia Dortmund. Benfica plays Monaco on Wednesday with a tired squad. It looks like kind of limping into that one after the Moreirense game.
Well, Monaco just got wrecked by PSG, so it might be a little depressed.
We could beat Monaco. We beat them earlier this year.
I think we
Yeah.
got Di Maria coming back. I hope they just lock in and play well. And a lot of these guys like Otamendi and Di Maria, I'm sure Shelder up too. They want Champions League. That's what
Yeah.
that's when they want to show their stuff, right? So hopefully they save their best for that day, and
Yeah, I'm sure
hopefully Pavlidis just kind of stays out of the way, or I don't know,
Oh,
is in
no,
the
he'll
right
get a goal.
spot.
And you guys got Belotti.
Yeah, he didn't do much.
How did you
Game he
manage
came on.
this? Why is he? I heard another podcast. They said this guy just keeps failing up. He just keeps getting better and better teams, and you're like, why? Why does he keep doing this?
I think
Well,
when
he was
you-
on Como. That's all right.
I think when you have when you have a 30-goal season, people they're like he could do that again for us. You know?
At some point, he'll do it.
How
He's
does-
done it once.
How does Andre Silva keep getting jobs?
Yeah. Well, I think now he's just locked into a pretty sweet contract, and he's just hanging around drinking Red Bull and doing his thing
You think the players on Red Bull have to drink Red Bull?
every day.
Sure, they get. A,
Every goddamn day you drink a Red Bull.
They can't take the field without drinking Red Bull.
I'm sure it's around.
Yeah.
It's gotta be.
Instead of a big Gatorade jug, they have a Red Bull jug.
Nasty.
Yeah.
Pour it onto the
Well,
coach.
wasn't that Jamie Vardy said he used to chug
Yeah.
2 Red Bulls before he came onto the field?
He does. You can see him holding it in the tunnel.
Yeah. What a psycho.
In university, I used to love drinking that battery acid. Oh,
Do you know who's
man.
my hero? Baker Mayfield. That guy popped a Zonic or a Zin. He popped a Zin at right after, I think it was third quarter or something. He was losing. He's like, you could see him cranking open the tin and popping it.
Oh,
You
yeah.
gave
That's
me-
your hero?
Yeah.
You gave me a Zin the other day. Those things are deadly, man. I can't do them.
Deadly?
Oh, I gave him a Dutch Zin.
Yeah.
Oh,
Zin, oh,
how'd you get
man.
a Dutch one imported?
Ah,
I should have listened to Justin's word. You never go Dutch. Don't do it.
It's me and Evan are the We're the two who can't handle him, and
Yeah.
Patrick and Chris can just keep it in all podcasts. Like I put it in for like 2 minutes over here.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
I
Your mind goes
literally
crazy.
felt drunk. Me and Chris went to go like move shit out of my old apartment. I was like, my brain is exploding.
Oh, I thrive on that.
That made moving fun.
Yeah.
I was doing that. I was like, what else you got to move?
Yeah. I had to go back, clear out some of my apartment. I was like, Sporting Porto's on later. I need help, Chris. Get over here.
Yeah.
We got to get this shit done and make it to the game.
It's funny. We were there and we're doing all the work, and I was like, okay, but like, what else you got to do? He's like, nothing, just like this. I'm like, you could have done this by yourself. But then I pieced it together. Evan could have done it by himself. He wanted it done quicker so he can watch the Porto game.
oh,
Yeah.
very good, very smart.
Can't miss the game.
Yeah.
Twice as fast.
He's doing stuff for the podcast. That was for us.
It was
that was
for
for
us.
all of us.
And then pose the question, what have you done to make sure you watch a game? Is there you have any crazy stories to make sure you get to the game on time?
Oh, Justin got a ticket because he was trying to bike home to
Yeah.
watch Portugal.
Yeah, I was biking home. I was picking up 2 Super Bucks from the Dundas LCBO, biking home to where they are gonna meet me, Evan and Patrick. And there's a couple of reds that I know very well that I just ran, and I saw a cyclist cop behind me.
He chased you in a high-speed chase.
He saw me do both the red light things. And I was like, I should have fought it, because it's like you can't just wait for me to do more stuff and add that on after.
So he got you for both?
Okay,
Yeah.
so hold on. But this is what I would ask him. I'd be like, hey, well, if you caught up to me, didn't you run them as well? He
No,
must have ran them as well.
No, I was going slow. I was biking one-handed and stuff. And then he was like, he called me like an unsafe biker, which I took offense to. So then he said I got a little lippy. And then he took forever to write this paperwork. And I was going to say something like, did they just teach you how to read like yesterday? but I had to watch Portugal, and it was Portugal-Spain. Ronaldo scored a hat trick, so I did have to catch this game. So I kept my mouth shut. I just stood there. It was so annoying, and I really wish I gave it to that guy, but in retrospect, I made the right call.
He couldn't arrest you. He was going to put you on the back double ride you to the station.
Well, it would just go longer, and then he'd take me to the station. If I keep like mouthing off to him, the whole thing would just take longer. And just,
Follow
like,
me and don't turn around.
Hop on the handlebars.
I don't know what he would say. Like,
Hop
yeah.
in the basket.
So yeah, to answer your question, the thing I did was keep my mouth shut.
Nice.
That's funny.
Oh.
Well, if there's any other listeners have any funny stories about games they missed, games that they've something crazy they've done to catch a game on time, then feel free to share your
Send your
stories.
stories. Thank you for listening to the podcast. Just a reminder, follow us on Instagram and Twitter. Subscribe wherever you get your pods. Back on YouTube, so watch us there if that's how you do it. There is a small YouTube contingency, which I'm seeing. It's nice. So,
Oh, we've been tracking that.
Some people are using it.
The contingency.
Yeah. Thank you, contingency.
Thank you.
Take some time to leave a rating and review wherever you listen. Give it a like, reshare it. Yeah. Then we're also on Patreon. Got to get some more content out there. And it's a nice way to say thank you for this pod. So whether or not we put stuff out there, you want to say thank you for this.
If you want to hear us talk about our weekends, if you want to hear us talk about the degenerate things we do all the time, if you want to hear personal stories, that's where we do that. And I think this is a big year for podcasts. I feel like podcasts are really blowing up. You know, I feel like everyone's talking. Like, you go to work, people are like, "What podcast do you listen to? What podcast do you listen to?" Like,
I heard there's a podcast award, and why haven't we been nominated for
Potties.
anything?
Potties.
yeah. So you know what? Maybe
How does it work? Do we have to
maybe
nominate
this will
ourselves?
be our year, a big year for us.
I think it looks cooler if someone else nominates you.
Definitely.
Well, I know what I'll do. I'll put on a disguise and nominate us.
Quadruple XL wig?
Yeah.
Oh, we could be in almost all of these categories.
Science
Mature.
and medicine for sure.
I guess we're in sports and recreation.
Yeah. So who are we competing with?
Really? You wouldn't put us in comedy?
We got to compete with ESPN.
I would not put us in comedy, no.
We're sports comedy. That's where we belong.
Yeah.
And we've invented a new category.
You bet your ass we have.
It's all about. This is for what awards we're looking at, because I'm seeing a lot of names I've never seen before.
Well, yeah, there's a
podcasts.
lot of podcasts.
This is
Right.
2008 you're looking at.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are old.
This is a defunct. You're looking at a defunct award show.
That was not
The
even-
podcast awards.
That lasted for like 5 years.
Hey, let's do more get. You know who we should get on this thing? Sid Sixero. He's out of a job. We
Yeah.
should get him.
Call him up.
Oh, he's unbearable.
He's Portuguese.
He's gonna take over.
He's Portuguese. Oh,
He can take over this podcast.
Yeah.
and then we're working for him.
if we have him on as a guest.
He's not gonna let us talk. I can tell.
He's looking for it. Yeah,
Is he a Benfica
he's
guy?
looking for a job.
I would just
I
assume.
guarantee you he's a Porto guy. I think he looks like a Porto guy. He feels like Porto to me.
I bet he's just Benfica. I don't know.
Yeah, I can see him be Benfica.
He's too big time for us, though. I don't think he'd stoop that low.
Why not? Don Cherry started a podcast.
Oh,
True. Yeah.
can you
He's
get
fucking
Don,
senile?
can you get Don Cherry on this?
Not likely.
He's a good Mississauga boy, just like you.
You can tweet at him.
Yeah.
Okay, we're asking if he's
Alright.
Benfica or Porto.
Or Sporting.
Or anything else.
He's got time.
On the day he announces
Too
he
soon.
got fired, we should send him. Hey, are you a Benfica or Porto guy?
What did he get fired for?
Sucking, I guess. I don't know.
Ratings were terrible.
We'll find out. We'll get-
Sid, he's a Mississauga guy too. Sid 6-0.
Oh hell yeah, I'm
yeah.
sure.
He went to our high school.
Yeah,
Went to
he's
Xavier?
Oh,
He's
yeah?
an Xavier alumni.
Hey,
Good
move.
morning, Xavier.
Okay. I mean,
Premier
you
League.
cut and chop that part how you want.
No, that's our principal.
That's my child. You can't cut my childhood out.
Yeah.
No, not the Morning Tigers.
No,
That's
it's
how
wrong.
that's how the principal greeted us every morning. Morning, Xavier.
Take that.
Oh yeah, he's not gonna come on the podcast if you say he sucks. We love
Exactly.
him here.
Well, we just tweeted at him. He's gonna listen to this right away. I'm sure.
Even
He's
if
gonna
he
wake
co-
up tomorrow morning. He's gonna say, "Ooh,
even
what are
if he
these guys?"
comes
Like,
on the
Ooh,
podcast,
job opportunity. Are you hiring?
There's an opening.
Need a fifth?
yeah.
Okay, England. Bruno Fernandes with a stand-up performance in the FA Cup. As United defeat Leicester 2-1. Goals would come from Xerxes and Maguire. Bruno assists the latter to win the game in extra time.
Apparently it was offside, but you take him how you take him.
No cameras there. No cameras there.
If there's no cameras, I'd just be playing weird offside shit all fucking game.
Weird. You get
Yeah.
weird with it.
I get weird.
Cheat.
Well, it's also it's kind of interesting because almost like it's almost like how you know how have you seen Chat GPT? A lot of people are losing their sort of brain function. They don't know how to read, write. Sometimes they can't even think to like how to make an email for themselves
Yeah.
anymore because they keep handing it off to the computer.
Yeah.
So after a while, you're going to lose that kind of skill. Think about the linesmen. They just keep handing off to VAR. They keep handing off. They're only counting or putting their hand up for the most obvious stuff. Anything close, they're not even looking that hard
Yeah.
anymore because they know the VAR is going to get it.
Yeah, VAR is like the AI of linesmen. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I do think that to get to any level where VAR is used, you have to have been being a linesman for like 20 years with no VAR because only the top leagues have VAR.
That's true. Okay. Good point, Evan.
You got to pay your
All right.
dues. You don't get to the top leagues without doing.
But if you're just doing top league stuff and then they say
Yeah.
it's a use it or lose it also kind of,
Yeah,
that sharpness.
that's true. That's true. So
Maybe
yeah.
he was keeping it down being like, "Oh, VAR will get it." And then they told him after someone tapped him like, "There's no VAR here." Maybe he didn't know.
Maguire. Rude is the coach of Leicester. Ruud van Nistelrooy.
Oh yeah.
Chelsea knocked out by Brighton. 2-1 loss there. Big dogs out. And Liverpool knocked out by Plymouth.
I
Plymouth
saw that.
Argyle. The quad is dead, Chris.
The quad is dead. I know it's a sad day. I don't think Arnie Slot he didn't bench a team to win. Not at all.
No?
All the kids. It was all kids. You see the lineup?
Not
Some
really.
people were
They took him easy.
Some people were coming for that lineup and say they're all kids, but Jota's a Portugal international. How many they
Luis
played like
Diaz played
Luis
it.
Diaz is a Colombian international. Like they're playing a lot of they're playing a not.
Harvey Elliott, he's just
He's-
past being a
he
youth
started
player
a
now.
healthy amount of Premier League
Yeah.
games.
But if Plymouth Argyle's up for it, and this is their World Cup final, they're gonna play hard.
I'll
and
tell you
gotta
what.
be ready for that.
I'll tell you what. I fell asleep around halftime. I woke up in the 80th minute. I said, "What the fuck is happening here?" Their goalie played phenomenal. Jota had like a nice like volley shot, went top corner. He saved it, and then the goalie made another crazy like fingertip save in like the 95th minute or something. Like that.
Dang.
I heard there's a defender who did like 11 headers.
On Plymouth Argyle?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
he lost a tooth. Too.
Yes, the one guy did lose a tooth.
That's a story.
So
That's a story he's gonna tell to his grandchildren.
Yeah, I don't want to take anything away from Plymouth Argyle for sure,
They
but
fought hard.
they did fight hard.
Yeah.
It's always great when one of the clubs where you open up FIFA and you first start a team like Accrington Stanley or Plymouth Argyle is like beats Liverpool. It's great.
And that City beat Leyton Orient 2-1. Crazy wonder goal in that game. Guy just tossed it from way out, hits the bar, and then hits the goalie. Own goal.
Yeah, kind of a cheese bar down, but outside the line, the goalie backs into it, backs his big thing up into it, and bops that ball into the net.
It was almost his butt. Yeah.
You look good. Come on, back that ass up.
Yeah.
But he made him back it up. The shot made him back it up. He fully Chappelled the goalie. So.
Yeah. Ruben Diaz was so angry with that goal. He said there was a foul back there, and that goalie's like, "Suck a dick. You're Manchester City. You can't beat these guys." But yeah, some magic from Grealish to De Bruyne, and then I don't remember who scored the other goal, but City goes through 2-1.
I'll say something about City. They're kind of out of the race this year, but like I sent a clip to Patrick the other week about I think were they facing Arsenal or someone, and Bernardo Silva like just kicked the guy on the ground. And Bernardo Silva is very much like Pep, just kind of like I love Bernardo Silva, but like when he's winning, easy player to like, and then when they're losing, like sore loser, just like Pep, really sore loser, can't take it, really gets frustrated, mad. You know what I mean?
Stay humble.
Yeah,
Stay humble.
that was a big thing leading back to the Drake thing. But we didn't cover the Arsenal City game, did we? Here?
No.
Yeah, so
'Cause we weren't here last week.
we
right?
weren't here last week. I thought it was interesting enough to cover that they did him in, and then they gave it back to him. I think good.
Yeah, just a little bit of banter.
Yeah. Wolves defeat Blackburn in advance thanks to goals from Joao Gomes and Cunha.
Imagine they go on to win the FA Cup.
That'd be amazing.
Wolves.
Oh,
Wolves, Vitor
maybe.
Pereira.
A lot of big dogs are out.
Yeah, could be the year. And they hung on to a lot of players over January. We thought maybe Cunha was going to leave, but held it down. Held it down in Wolverhampton.
What do you guys think of this wine?
Pretty good. The Velia?
Yeah,
I don't love it.
me
Yeah. I don't know.
neither.
Not crazy about
It's
it.
a little, I don't know, Swedish for me. Cotada Velha, 22.
Sweet, but I don't mind it.
It's nice. Portuguese always like a little sweet.
It's
We've
heavy.
had-
It's heavy.
We've had worse. I
Yeah.
can tell you that. In France,
Talking about sweet finishes.
hey, Vitinha with a bouncing free kick to put the Parisians up against Monaco. They win 4-1. Nuno Mendes would assist the final goal of the game, scored by Dembele. Vitinha and Mendes both extend to 2029 and are presented before kickoff.
Holy shit.
They're doubling down on these boys.
We have to keep watching PSG till 2029.
You don't like watching PSG?
No, I don't mind. I'm just joking. It
They're
was a
the
joke.
best team.
They play
in the
Brest.
They're the best team in the McDonald's league.
Yeah, and they got
The McDonald's League.
they got Gonzalo Ramos and their people are really liking João Neves over there.
Yeah.
because you know what,
It's phenomenal.
He's just gonna show his quality. That guy. Vitinha scored a great goal. He kind of like saw that the goalie was showing him a lot of one part of the net, and it looked like he was gonna cross it in. Instead, he just shoots it at that open part of the net and squeezes it in. I love that kind of goal.
A bouncing free kick. I like it. Hakimi also renews to 2029, and Luis Enrique only till 27. But I guess it's just a way to give the guy a pay bump for everything he's done.
He's not Portuguese, but phenomenal player, Hakimi.
Yeah.
The more I watch those PSG games, I'm like, this guy is
Did
he's
he
special.
Did he assist the World Cup goal against us?
Possibly.
I think so.
I would assume so. Hakimi, the Moroccan wonder boy. Yeah, he's another player that's like out of this world. In Italy, Felix is in Milan with Sergio and Leao. We got triples. That's a watch, guys.
I think it's a watch just because of who Felix and Leao are. Those
Yeah.
are just two exciting, fun players.
Two super players, yeah. And, I mean, it's beautiful. They start building a chemistry. We can start phasing out Ronaldo a little bit. You know?
Yes.
That's an international connection right there.
Yeah. Well,
He's not really a striker. He's like a number 10.
Yeah.
Which is hard to come by in the current soccer system.
he said
He's like
liked-
behind the striker, off the
Yeah.
striker.
He said he likes playing as a second striker. That's his best position. That's his favorite position. The problem is in the national team, we just play with one striker. So how they want to do that will be tough. If they switch, I don't think that Spanish guy will switch to like a 4-4-2, but I think Sergio Conceição's doing a bit of a 4-4-2 thing there. And
Yeah.
it at least seems to be working.
Yeah, he did that at Porto for a long time. With that, they like killed two birds with one stone. They signed this Jimenez guy, and he's the front man striker finisher. Felix plays off of him. Leao on the wing.
Yeah.
This team's fucking. They got it all sorted.
Yeah,
I
that's
will-
easy for Conceição too.
Yeah.
That just makes sense.
Felix scores he scores a beautiful chip in the first game. He's available to
Yep.
get that pass from Jimenez. He also had another breakaway in this other game.
Yeah,
This
the Empoli
Empoli 2-1. Rafael Leão scores a great header.
Botched.
Felix,
And
Felix
then
should have.
Felix-
He
he-
mucked that breakaway. He should have scored.
He tried to do the same thing twice. He tried
Yeah.
to chip again.
You got one move.
Yeah.
Come on,
Yeah.
kid.
He had so much time and space. He could have just ran past the goal if he wanted
Maybe
to.
he thought it would be fun and be like, my two first goals are both like chips. Like,
Yeah.
that'd be kind of funny.
Yeah.
But what I was going to say was like, Felix needs games. If he needs
Yeah.
he said this before, he needs the confidence of the coach to keep starting him, even if he didn't score like a game. Don't just take him right out. So we'll see what he does. He's getting service from Leão, Pulisic, this Jimenez. The other midfield, not too sure who plays there.
Reindeers, and there's another guy I can't remember.
Koopa Mimers? Is
Yep.
that a guy?
What language are you guys speaking?
The rest of this team is like nobody.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're better than you think.
There's Hernandez, right?
Yeah, Theo Hernandez is still there. Yeah, Reindeers and Fofana and
Of course.
Musa.
Tamori.
They brought in Kyle Walker, Tamori, straight from Alberta. Apparently, this Pavlovich guy is good. Mignon. It's a pretty solid lineup.
Okay, good team. But if only they started the year with this team.
Teo Hernandez, who helped them win a title back when
Yeah.
the last one they won. Scored that
Tammy
goal.
Abraham up front too.
I like it. If they're on at 3 p.m.
And you're awake.
and I'm awake and I'm not hanging out with my girlfriend, I'm watching this.
It's
Absolutely a
watch.
watch, right? We got right here.
10 things first, but then if all 10 things light up, it's a watch.
If I'm available.
Yeah.
Stars have aligned. Shout out to Leão, great header, and I guess that ended up being the game-winning goal.
I want to go back and do one. My boy, my goddamn boy, Andre Gomes on Lyon.
What?
He comes in on the Coupe de France or something. They pop him in. Joe David passes him a pass. He scores a goal, so they tie it, sends it to extra time. In this extra time game, I think they're against a fourth league side, right? They go up 3 penalties scored, 2 missed for the other team. All they have to do, I think, is like score another one. They can't make 4. They miss. It keeps going on and on. They eventually, from that position, lose the penalty shootout. The goalie from the other team scores it. Leo's out, bounced from the Coupe de France by this like 3rd division team.
Did Andre Gomes score his penalty?
He whacked it in. He
Nice.
crushed it in. But yeah, he can only do so much. He can only carry this team so far. You know.
His next stop is Braga for sure.
Oh yeah, that is such a good call. Yeah, he is
I
absolutely
mean-
replacing Moutinho at Braga.
Even Guy Moreirense, I think. I feel like he's not even Braga level.
Oh, step down.
Yeah.
You gonna send him to the island, Santa Clara?
No, I wouldn't do that to him. It's too far.
What do you mean? They're in the race.
They're great.
They
It's a
are.
5-horse race.
Love to see it.
Hey, don't try and fit that 5th horse in there. You already slid 4 in there.
It's not a slide. They're there.
Ronaldo, we talked about already. Local teams, TFC, we got anything?
They're starting their preseason.
Yeah.
Yeah, first game's like next week or week after?
I don't know.
Actual season game or preseason?
No, real.
Real season?
That's wild.
Wow.
MLS starts early. Well, like half the league is down south. You can go
I
play
guess
in
they
Florida.
go play. Yeah.
They better.
They play away
Yeah.
first couple games. Yeah.
I played. What was it? Me and Chris went in February once. We sat
Champions
behind in
League?
the
Yeah.
It was Champions League. We sat in the we stood in the supporters section. I got it on my Instagram phone.
Yeah.
Nice.
It wasn't too bad weather.
No. You can get a good week in February sometimes.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
As long as it's not windy.
Yeah.
It's the wind that gets you.
The wind is
Yep.
the killer.
York, the Portuguese coaches are in, boys. We got Portuguese coaching staff.
Nice.
Morrow.
Yes. It's his birthday today, actually.
Happy
Happy
birthday,
birthday.
Morrow.
Yeah.
If you're listening, I hope you're listening. You better be fucking listening.
And then, I brought in 2 assistant coaches from Portugal. There was a little documentary crew, little Portuguese documentary crew in the other day in the office. They're doing her little, like the show The Office.
Oh.
They're filming me. I was doing my stuff on the computer. I was like, this is weird as hell.
Is it like Omni or just like a news?
Omni or Nas, one of
Yeah.
those. But yeah. But with the accordion.
Evan's pulling the gym face after everything.
Yeah.
They're looking at. I got like a whole section of one of my buddies that used to work there. He brought in like collector cards that he would get, and I have like 30 Porto cards posted up on my desk.
shit.
So I'm gonna have a Portuguese contingency there, which is nice. Other news: Cavalry in Calgary. They become the first CPL side to defeat a League MX team. They beat Pumas in the CONCACAF Champions League.
Wow.
Nice.
Nice.
And they have to play this game in Victoria because Calgary is too damn cold.
That makes sense. That
Yeah.
makes sense.
That's so
No,
far,
these are
though.
athletes playing whatever conditions.
Oh, the ground is frozen and covered in snow. And they don't have
They
turf.
can't shovel the snow.
They don't have turf. They have actual grass at their stadium,
See, that's nice.
So shovel the snow.
but it's real grass.
There's no
grass
grass
would be
under there.
fucked.
frozen.
Okay, well, this got to be weird. They don't have a drainage system, a heating system, something.
It's not about drainage. It's about ice. And then Forge played Monterey. Monterey came to Hamilton. That turf was frozen. Guys were slipping all over the place. It was like an ice rink.
Oh,
I'd like to watch that game. That'd be hilarious.
Forge lost 2-0. It was great.
They couldn't even beat them in their own icy turf.
Nuh-uh.
Wow.
Um,
See, it's even for both teams.
Yeah. And they got Mobile Bully now. Didn't do anything.
Did he play?
Yeah, he played. Him and Brian both played. And Brian missed all these chances. It's like,
That's what he does, yeah.
that's his thing. Sergio Ramos is joining Monterrey.
What?
That is kind of crazy.
So people,
Sergio
Yeah.
Ramos is joining a Mexican soccer team.
yeah.
Whoa.
Well, Tecatito is there. Oliver Torres is there. There's some good players there.
What's the desire to do that? Like to not just
Money?
be like, let me just hang it up. But you can coach, right? I feel like Sergio Ramos would be a
This is-
good coach.
the love of the game, man. You
Also-
wouldn't want to keep playing?
This is the
Love
this
of the
is
game. Oh right, I forgot about love of the
That's
game.
the state.
That's the Monterey.
You know, you're
Stadium.
lazy. You just want
Wow.
you want to retire.
Okay, guys, look at this stadium. That's beautiful mountains, beautiful tailgate, beautiful.
Tailgate.
Look at that
Look
stadium.
at that parking lot.
Yeah.
That's a heck of a parking lot, brother. No, that's great.
No,
Look at that.
beautiful Monterey.
Yeah, okay, maybe he's onto something.
Oh, but yeah. Fucking soccer's huge in Mexico.
Yeah.
You'll have a good time.
Stonk of the week. Ricardinho.
Who got that low stunk?
No, you can't
Low
push a
stunk?
low stonk on us.
That was Saudi League, bro.
I'm pushing a low stunk Saudi League goal.
Oh my god, this is new territory for Chris.
No.
You're stooping to a new low.
It's not a stoop. I've always been pro low stunk, and they don't come by very often.
It bounced,
Today was a
though.
good one. It did bounce.
It wasn't even Duran. It was like Al Wazel or. Oh, that's the team they
Okay,
played.
so I'm voting for a low Saudi
All
League.
right.
Al
Okay, and
Wazel stunk.
your vote is valid, but you're outvoted.
Am I? What else you got?
Ricardinho.
Yeah, I gotta give it a
Yeah,
Ricard. I gotta give it
Ricardinho.
my man dancing Ricardinho.
God damn. Sorry, Al Wazel.
You tried.
Joao Wonder.
All right, new job.
I gotta. Yeah,
Who's got the new job?
I gotta give it to
Felix.
my guy who got a new job, Joao Felix.
Felix.
Yeah.
Ronaldo had a good week, and it was his birthday.
40th birthday.
It's true. It
New
was his
birthday.
40th
And 3
birthday.
goals. He had 3 goals.
You know, at the workplace, there was 2 40th birthdays concurrently happening this weekend on Saturday.
Wow.
And I thought, okay, my friend's just turned 37. That's gonna be me in 3 years, guys.
Wow.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
So if
Will you still have a mullet, you think?
in 3 years,
Well, your costume from 2 years ago.
3 years ago, 3 years ago,
Your costume. Will you still have your costume on?
think maybe that'll be the year I cut it for the 40th birthday.
40, you might have to move on.
I have too many fans with it, and mostly my girlfriend who would demands that I keep it. But
You're gonna become like on Dodgeball, the pirate guy. So you can't take the pirate out of him.
It's getting a lot of traction. You're like almost Toronto mullet guy.
yeah. Which comes
Hey,
with a good
Toronto mullet.
reputation and a bad reputation for sure. Some bars, they won't even let you in the door anymore because they remember
Really?
you. too
Very
well.
distinct look.
Yeah, but that's okay.
Will you tell me off pod which bars you're not allowed into after?
I'll tell you.
You
which
banned
ones.
yourself from some bars.
I'll tell you which ones, man. The one I work at, the one down the street from where I work at.
You're not allowed to drink at the bar that you work at?
Not anymore, man.
That's so funny.
Not
He was on
anymore.
jet fuel the other day.
I was on
Yeah, we
rocket
were.
fuel.
Rocket fuel, mate.
Uh,
Did they tell you
They're like,
stop
"Listen,"
drinking here? Because you're acting crazy.
yeah.
They're like, we like you as a worker, but as a drinker, you're nuts.
Yeah. They say you got to keep it in check. So let's say Joao Felix.
Joao Felix.
Yeah.
Okay. Joao Felix.
Or do you want to say the 40-year-old? Because that's why we started on that. Because like, is it important that he was 40 and still scored a couple goals? He did a big interview.
What about Jose Gomes, the big yellow taxi for Nacional?
He scored 2?
2 goals on Forense.
Big yellow taxi. Put up a parking lot.
I like that one, too.
All right, let's do it. Joao Felix, you need to score more goals. You need to not miss that chance.
He missed that chance.
We
for
hated that
Milan.
second dink attempt.
Yeah. So we're gonna go with the big yellow taxi.
Big yellow taxi, Jose Gomes.
And this is where in the olden days you would have started playing a Joni Mitchell song. We would have faded
Put up a
out to it.
parking lot.
Kill a pair of mice.
It always seemed to go.
But you don't know what you got till it's gone.
Thanks once again for listening to the podcast.
Oh, turn the TV off. Turn the TV off.
Hit us up on social at Portugal_corner on X, at Portugal Corner on Insta. Join us on Patreon. Listen to Talking on Portugal Corner in the corner. Listen on YouTube. Email us at portugalcorner@gmail. Subscribe wherever your podcast. Take a minute to leave a rating and review. Tell your friends. Reshare the episodes. And Chris, you wanted to do a special outro?
Yeah, what do you got?
Yeah.
I never brainstormed it. I was just saying we need something cool.
We need a signature sign.
I thought you wanted something for you to say.
No, I could be the one saying it.
I thought we had a perfect outro like 30 seconds ago, but then you kept doing. You did the whole thing, the filler.
No, but he needs a signature.
We have a good intro one, which is like
Well,
talk
of
about
course,
the good, the
and
bad.
funny.
Yeah, the funny.
Well, we talked about the good, the bad, and the funny. have a nice day. Take care. And I hope you enjoyed the good, the bad, the funny.
We'll work on it. All right. Thank you.
Peace.